pace your nervous system can handle, the signals you learned to ignore. Your body has been speaking for a long time, through tension, through shallow breath, through fatigue that sleep doesn't fix, through a constant sense of being on. But the world taught you to override those signals, to push, to endure, to adapt, and eventually you stopped noticing what was happening inside, living in a state of constant alert. Many people today live in a state of constant alert, always reachable, always prepared, always responsive. Your nervous system never receives the signal that it is safe to stand down. Even rest is restless. Even silence feels temporary. What too much actually means. Too much is not only about workload. It is about too many inputs, too many decisions, too many micro-stresses, too many unresolved demands. Your system was never designed for continuous activation. It was designed for cycles. Why you feel tired even when nothing is wrong. You can feel exhausted even when your life looks fine. Even when nothing dramatic is happening. This exhaustion is not weakness. It is your nervous system working overtime without recovery. A body that never feels safe. When your pace is too fast, your body stays braced. Muscles tighten. Breathing shortens. Thoughts race. Sleep becomes shallow. Safety is not a concept. It is a sensation. And speed removes that sensation. Slowing down for the body, not the mind. Slowing down is often framed as a mental decision, but real slowing down happens in the body, in how quickly you move, in how deeply you breathe, in how often you pause, in how much you ask of yourself. Your body sets the real limit, a pace that allows regulation. A regulated nervous system does not rush. It moves with rhythm, with predictability, with enough space between demands. At this pace, your system can respond instead of react, and life feels less threatening. Why rest doesn't work when the pace is wrong. Rest does not help if the pace of your life remains overwhelming. You can sleep and still feel exhausted. You can take breaks and still feel tense. Because rest cannot compensate for a rhythm that never allows safety. Designing a pace you can live inside. A sustainable pace is not impressive. It may look slower than others, quieter, less visible, but inside feels stable. You can think clearly. You can feel emotions without being flooded. You can recover without collapse. The bravery of admitting your limits takes bravery to admit that your system has limits, to say, this is too much for me. I need more space. I cannot live at that speed. This bravery is not weakness. A life that does not constantly overwhelm. When your pace fits your nervous system, life feels different. Challenges still exist. Problems still arise. Effort is still required. But you are not overwhelmed. By default, you have capacity to meet what comes. It is self-awareness. When slow becomes non-negotiable, at some point, slowness stops being a preference and becomes non-negotiable. Not because you want less, but because your body demands survival. Listening become as essential. If you feel overstimulated, if you're listening and you feel overstimulated, this is not a personal failure. It is a mismatch. Your life is moving faster than your system can safely handle. You are allowed to choose a different pace, to respond slower, to rest longer, to protect your capacity, to design a rhythm that lets you stay present. The world may keep accelerating. Your nervous system does not need to follow. A pace your nervous system can handle is not luxury. It is survival. And survival is enough. Good night.